Do what you're told until you think that that is incorrect, and then you're going to raise a question. Now, big picture with all of this is that we come through this system. Fire service used to be the leader in this Chicago Fire Department. EMS just totally outworks us now because they get their work time in, and that's where you guys are going to come in at. You know, we need more EMTs. We need more paramedics. Why? Because if anybody's going to look out for me, I'm looking for him. Because he's going to take it to the next level. That's what we're asking you guys to do. So, look, there are people who took these EMT classes, paramedic tests as well, who did not pass it the first time. You cannot let that...
Discourage.
Absolutely, thank you. I'm short on words sometimes. You can't let that discourage you. You have to go get right back into it. One of the things you have to comprehend here is, where are you weak at? You know where you're strong at, where you're weak. You got to focus on your weaknesses. Now, when I came on the job, we were doing fires. He's my witness right here. We were doing fires. We were getting 25, 30 runs a day. A lot of them were pull boxes on the street. Some of you in there are going to be firemen. That's just another feather in your cap. But you didn't come here to sit around the firehouse and do what you think that firemen do, because it's not on my company. I work my people, just like he gonna work you, but you're gonna be grateful for it later. Why? Because you will learn something. You're gonna have information that when you get where you're going, that's gonna help you. And so as you guys come up in this system, it's your responsibility 10, 15 years from now to reach out to others and bring them and try and get them on board. So that's a lot of what we lack in our community. A lot of people think, and I'm going to conclude here, a lot of people feel that, you know, they got themselves this job. Well, let me tell you something. This department in the city of Chicago they had a habit of not hiring blacks. Period. Period. There were 2 and 3 in a class of 100 firemen. We only had, during segregation, we had a handful of companies. We didn't come up until 1943 with a second fire company. Prior to that, we only had one for 71 years. So I can talk about this stuff because I wrote it, I researched it, I did the background work. And so, you know, what do I get out of being here? I get the pleasure of seeing him come up again and seeing you guys come up. So I probably won't be here every Sunday, but I will try and make a habit of getting here at least once a month. And so, you know, to conclude, we wish you all the best and the most. You got to do the work. If you thought I liked running into burning buildings, you got another thought. I had to learn that process. People say, oh, I'm not running into burning buildings. Well, hell, I don't want to run in there either, but this is what feeds me. This is what puts food on the table. This pays the rent and keeps the lights on, right? Yep. So, you know, and I'm the smallest one in my group. He's bigger than me. My son is bigger than me, right? Most of my friends are bigger than me. They hear about me, they look for a guy 6'3", 250 coming in the room. My little boy coming in there, they was like, oh, this little, excuse me, I ain't gonna say it. And they can't comprehend it, but my heart and my will overshadows what you're looking at, and you have to be that way too. If you do something wrong, some things you can't admit to now. Something, maybe you may just stop and make a phone call in, right? There's some things that you can't admit to, but if you're wrong in most cases, and this is what I teach my kids, stand up, be a man or a woman and say, I did it wrong. How do you do it correctly? Can't nobody say that, give you a negative for that. Did you get negatives when you say, oh, it was her fault? Oh, I didn't know, she did it. You know, I checked the inventory and you got all kind of crap missing on your inventory sheet. We came to work at the firehouse an hour and a half early. Why? Because during the wintertime, any time of the year, you can get in an accident, your car won't start. You got to start an hour and a half early, going out that door, going to your destination, and I ain't talking about getting there at 8 o'clock. We're talking 6:30, 7 o'clock. Now, I don't know, EMS is a little different, their roll call might be a little bit different. You know, you deal with that when you get where you're going. We get to work an hour and a half early. You got an inventory check you got to do. You'd like to get a break before you get a run. Hell, 22 didn't even get breaks. They in and out the door. There's other ambulances that are like that. They're doing 20 some runs a day. but at the same time, you got something to do. This career that I chose for myself, I had to tell myself, Lord, if I'm willing to die for what I believe in, then look out, world, here I come.
That's right.
And I mastered what I did. Little ass me mastered what I did. And I had to for me to survive. Okay? I had people telling me to do stuff that was wrong. Damn, they killed me twice. And I prayed to God and said, look, Lord, if anybody should be in charge, it should be me, because they keep trying to kill me, right? So I'm saying, you guys got to, look, you all have the best of what's going right now. It may not seem like it right now, but once you make that transition, hey, you're good. You're good. You can maintain until you make that next level. And it ain't always promotions, but it's getting your business straight, getting your life straight, okay? And it all goes together. This is a lifestyle. This ain't no temporary nothing. You have to look forward to doing this. You have to look forward to coming to help people. And if you are not, if you ain't in your heart to help somebody, then you're doing the wrong thing. You are doing the wrong thing. If it ain't in your heart to help somebody else, you're doing the wrong thing. You may as well go be a carpenter or whatever. So I'll conclude with that, and I'd like to take a minute and introduce